Want to attract more hummingbirds to your yard? If you love watching these tiny, energetic birds up close, the good news is they're easy to bring in. We've got 5 simple tips to transform your yard into a hummingbird-friendly habitat and keep them coming back all season long. Stick around until the end to catch all 5 tips and give yourself the best shot at attracting these amazing birds. Number 1. Plant nectar-rich flowers. Perhaps the best way to attract hummingbirds is by planting nectar-rich flowers, which they rely on for energy. Their long beaks and even longer tongues are specially designed to reach deep into tubular flowers for nectar. Bright blooms are most attractive, especially red and pink. Some of the best choices for colorful, nectar-rich, tube-shaped flowers are trumpet vine, fuchsia, coral honeysuckle, cardinal flower, salvia, and beard tongue. Plant a mix of flowers to ensure blooms throughout the season, giving hummingbirds a consistent source of food. Tip number 2. Hang a hummingbird feeder. A feeder is a great way to supplement natural nectar sources. It's easy to make your own nectar. Just mix 4 parts water to 1 part sugar and stir until dissolved. Always use plain white granulated sugar. After filling your feeder, any excess nectar can be stored refrigerated for up to a week. Avoid store-bought nectar that contains red dye, which isn't necessary and may be harmful. Hummingbirds are naturally drawn to the color red, so make sure your feeder incorporates that color. Place feeders in a visible spot and clean them regularly to prevent mold and bacteria buildup. In hot weather, this may mean cleaning and refilling feeders every 2 to 3 days. Number 3. Provide a water source. Hummingbirds need fresh water to drink and bathe, but most bird baths made for songbirds are too large and deep for them. Adding a fountain or bubbler feature to your bath may help to attract them, since hummingbirds have been known to fly through fountain spray to get wet, or hover over bubbling water to grab a drink. If you want to try and construct a bath specific to their needs, try creating a very shallow bath where water cascades over rocks, like a multi-tiered fountain where water spills over the edge, or a multi-level waterfall. Hummingbirds like to roll on these barely wet surfaces, so they can wash their feathers without worrying about losing their footing and getting into water too deep to stand. In the wild, hummingbirds often perch out in the rain to get their feathers wet, opting for a shower rather than a bath. If you have sprinklers or misters that water your garden, flower beds, or yard, try setting up some perches in the areas that get wet and see if the hummingbirds stop by for your artificial rain shower. Tip number 4. Attract and encourage small insects. While nectar provides energy, hummingbirds also need protein from soft-bodied insects like gnats, fruit flies, and small spiders, especially during summer when they're raising young. To naturally encourage insects, you can let a small patch of your yard grow wild and weedy. Avoid using pesticides, provide a compost pile, or plant native vegetation that attract insects. Even something as simple as not clearing out all the cobwebs around your garage can help hummingbirds find spiders to eat or spider silk from webs that they use in nest building. If you really want to go above and beyond to provide for your hummingbirds, you can leave out little bits of apple or other fruits that are overripe near hummingbird feeders to attract fruit flies for them. Number 5. Create perching spots. Hummingbirds may be fast-moving, but they need places to rest and preen between feedings. Many hummingbirds like to perch near a feeder before eating, making sure it is safe to visit and looking for other hummingbirds trying to encroach on their feeding territory. Having native shrubs and trees nearby offer great natural perches. You can also hang a hummingbird swing near feeders or prop up some small branches in visible areas. Perches give hummingbirds a place to feel safe and survey their surroundings before darting off for another sip of nectar. Attracting hummingbirds to your backyard is easier than you might think. By planting nectar-rich flowers, hanging feeders with homemade nectar, and providing a fresh water source, you can create a welcoming habitat for these energetic birds. Small insects also play a crucial role in their diet, so letting a portion of your yard go wild or avoiding pesticides can help. Lastly, adding perching spots, whether natural or man-made, gives hummingbirds a place to rest between feedings. With the right mix of flowers, feeders, water sources, insects, and perching spots, your yard can become a hummingbird haven. A few simple changes are all it takes to have these tiny, energetic birds zipping around your backyard. Enjoy the show, and happy bird watching!